Good evening. First, I would like to thank MEC for giving me the opportunity to speak, and to Shauna for putting this all together. I am and have been a volunteer fundraiser at a very high level for 25 years. 14 months ago, I brought up the following matter to MEC. I encouraged the creation of a simple MEC webpage that would facilitate peer-to-peer fundraising for the potential benefit of every environmental charity in Canada. The motion. As a member in good standing of MEC, I move the following. Whereas MEC is Canada's foremost supporter of environmental organizations, whereas peer-to-peer fundraising is the most efficient and successful form of fundraising, whereas environmental organizations can always use additional financial support, whereas MEC has over 3.5 million members, I move that MEC create the Mountain Equipment Co-op Environmental Charity Challenge. This would be a simple web page that would invite any and all members of MEC to enter any existing primarily non-fundraising mass participation, running, cycling, cross-country skiing, triathlon, etc., events in the world, or climb a mountain or canoe a river, and raise funds directly for their favorite Canadian environmental charity. Essentially, this would be just as if the events were staged by and for their own favorite environmental charity. Furthermore, I move that MEC welcome all Canadian environmental charities to link to the site and promote it as a vehicle by which to raise funds directly for their own organizations, so that not only MEC members would be so invited, but the Canadian public as well. The cost of such a web page has been placed at from $600 to $3,000, depending on frills. Aside from creating the site and promoting it to charities and members, there is really nothing else for MEC to do. Canada Helps, a registered charity that exists for the purpose of facilitating online fundraising and online donations, can handle all the receiving and dispersing of funds to the charities chosen by each individual who decides to raise funds. The foregoing is value added, will create no additional work whatsoever for MEC, except for the promotion via the MEC website and encouraging all environmental charities to link to the MEC Environmental Charity Challenge site. This concept is simple, actually has the potential of bringing in far more to environmental organizations annually than the current generous annual contribution of MEC. When I brought this matter up to MEC last year, I was told, I do think that there is some merit to this idea. So I will speak to our event and web people to see what opportunities exist for us to integrate some form of giving into our events. Remember, our events, using the tools and resources we have. There are 15,000 events in North America, and using the concept in only a limited number of events would severely limit the potential of such an effort. I asked for a video call in order to explain the concept in greater depth. Unfortunately, MEC was uninterested in discussing. To me, this was another example of the not invented here syndrome. Meanwhile, we all suffer from it. I do hope that those attending this meeting will appreciate the effort and cost involved is the same, whether 15 events are used or 15,000. The MEC's objection was usurping events. MEC may not use the names of specific events without permission from them, but freedom of expression allows anyone to say that they are participating in a certain event and name that event and do it directly for the benefit of any charity that they choose. In the interest of the environment, of MEC and all of us, I strongly encourage everyone to vote in favor of the foregoing. Thank you very much.